Hey there, folks. It's Adam here with a little radar update. Looks like we have some non-severe thunderstorms in the Muskoka up to the Parry Sound areas up towards North Bay. And those are ones that we just noticed on radar that are popping up and they move through the region. This is just into future radar here. I'm just pressing play on our new free app, which is called Instant Weather. It's not available just yet on the app stores, but we invited a few hundred more testers into the fold, and we are testing quite aggressively right now. So all that is going very well, and this is your future radar up in that area. So these are just non-severe torrential downpours, lightning, maybe some small hail, but probably not. And we're just watching them closely. So if we scroll down here, we do also have some rain, and which could eventually develop into thunderstorms here down in southwestern Ontario. And as you can see how it tracks through the region this afternoon, hitting the GTA by probably 1 o'clock, as it seems. Something to notice sometimes, you can see when you look at the past radar frames, so these first two frames are the past, and then we move to the future radar frame. If you notice that it barely changes between the two. So that means the future radar is probably a little bit underestimating the speed. So I would think that probably around 1 o'clock or so, it'll be into the GTA, into Barrie, and then pushing east from there. So let's go poke around at a few different locations here on the app. So if I go to Barrie, it says rain possible 2:30. I think maybe that could be a little bit earlier. But if I click on that and we scroll over to 2:30, we'll start to see it pop up here. So yeah, so just some light showers around 2:45. Thunderstorms are possible, as we can already see them in Muskoka right now, but it's not a guarantee. Nevertheless, let's poke around the area. So I'm gonna click on the magnifying glass here. So Windsor is raining right now. London seems cloudy. St. Catharines cloudy. Hamilton cloudy. Waterloo is cloudy. Goderich has some rain. Owen Sound, Muskoka Beach, Orillia, Huntsville, all cloudy. Parry Sound has thunderstorms at the moment. Peterborough and the rest of the region into eastern Ontario is cloudy at the moment. So yeah, let me just bring up, we were in Barrie because that's where I'm located, but I'll bring up Windsor right now and we'll see what we're dealing with here. So looks like Windsor has refreshed now to cloudy, so maybe the showers have tapered off a bit. You can let us know that, please, in the comments, if Windsor, or what Windsor is actually experiencing at the moment. And right now they're at 13, but the high today is supposedly 18, so that is awesome for them. So let's scroll past here. London's pretty warm right now, 16, already reaching its high, so that is impressive. There's lots of precipitation in the forecast here. It just seems to be rain, light rain. That should be interesting moving forward this upcoming week here. So there is St. Catharines. It says rain possible 2:15. It's possible. It might actually be heavy. Let me just jump into that. Head over to 2:15 here. And yeah, it actually gets kind of heavy right at that moment. So it says at 2:15 you could be dealing with some heavier showers. I say heavy. It's heavy on the light bar. You know, we can get all the way up to, if this app is dealing with something like a tropical storm, that heavy is maxed out right at the very top. So all depends on the intensity of the actual precipitation itself. So let's scroll over to Hamilton, and what are they dealing with there? 11, and occasional rain again at 1:30. So Waterloo, Kitchener-Waterloo here, KW, 13. Let's go over to Goderich, and it is already raining. Expect occasional rain to end at 2 p.m. it says. Rain/wind. Or yeah, the gusts are 45 kilometers an hour. If we look at the gusts here, yeah, they're getting up to 55, maybe 51. They start to taper off, but it could be pretty gusty in Goderich right now, so please let us know. 50 does feel pretty gusty. It's not to the severe level, but it's certainly, especially if there's precipitation mixed in, it can feel pretty intense, almost borderline severe. However, it should usually severe starts at about 85 an hour. That's when you start to see trees falling. And that's what we are referring to here. Other than flood potential or, lightning is obviously always severe. Owen Sound, 16. What do we have here? Muskoka Beach is 11. And let's go to Orillia. It's 9. Rain possible 2:45. Huntsville looks like maybe 2 p.m. Probably earlier than that, though, because there are some thunderstorms up there right now. So there is Parry Sound saying that it's rain. Peterborough, 3:15 is possible for a start time of precipitation. Kingston says 4:30. And again, we were looking at the future model. I feel like it's just a little bit, just slightly slow. So I think these start times could be a bit earlier depending on how this progresses, although it may slow down as it moves to the east. So it is very possible. Here's Ottawa, rain possible at 4:30. That doesn't sound too out of the question if I jump into the minute per product here and scroll over to 4:30. Yeah, it looks like, what are the gusts there? 31. And the rain gets a bit heavier too, around 5:15, 5:30. Yeah, somewhere about 5 o'clock and a little bit further than that, it gets pretty interesting as far as the gusts and rain are concerned. So could be not the greatest driving conditions, obviously nothing too super duper dangerous, but obviously when there's precipitation, when there's lightning, when there's winds and people are driving, it's never necessarily the best situation. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to take a poke around the area and head over to radar and see what folks are going to be dealing with here. I can just jump around the radar here. So let's go over to Godridge and see what they've got. They've got rain, possibly. There could be lightning even to the south here as well, too. We're already seeing a little bit of thunderstorms in the Muskoka area, just those little pop-ups there. So if I pause it on the current radar, it being when we're recording this right now, 1:15, 1:20. Zoom in to Muskoka. Let's tilt the camera a bit. Those are the thunderstorms right now. If I zoom right in, I guess just north of Parry Sound would be the area. Let's see. Yep, right there. So McDougall, Dunchurch, that little thunderstorm right there, and up towards North Bay. So those are moving to the northeast, and they will eventually taper off. So let's zoom out a bit here and watch those progress into Quebec, and that is what's likely going to happen. Anyways, that's it. Just a little run through the forecast. Mainly non-severe storms. There could be some strong wind gusts, but nothing too intense is expected. We'll be watching nonetheless. But a little bit of small hail is possible up in the Muskoka areas this afternoon, so we'll see. Anyways, that's it, folks. We'll talk to you soon. Have yourself a good day. Bye-bye.